Hi. So right now we are working on reading chapter 3 of Happy Times in Noisy Village by Astrid Lindgren. And this chapter is called Boys Just Can't Keep a Secret, which is silly, right? And what on earth is going on in that picture? Let's go find out. So every year when it is time to harvest the hay, Daddy says, "This year I don't want any children up in the loft to trample the hay to pieces." But even though he always says this, nobody really believes he means it. So all day during the harvest, we ride in the hay wagons and jump on the hay in the loft. This year, Carl wanted to have a contest to see who dared jump the highest. Jump from the highest from the top down, not from the bottom up, of course. We climbed up on the beams under the roof and jumped down onto the hay underneath. My, how it tickled my tummy. Carl had said that the one who won the contest would get a lollipop as a prize. He had bought it that same day at the store in Big Village. We jumped and climbed and jumped. But finally, Carl climbed as high as he could and leaped down into a tiny little tuft of hay. He landed with a thud and lay still a long time without moving. Later, he said he thought his heart must have fallen down into his tummy and that he would have it in his tummy for as long as he lived. Nobody else dared jump from that high, so Carl stuck the prize in his mouth and said, "This lollipop to Carl for brave deeds in the hayloft." One day, after Britta and Anna and I had taken a ride in the hay wagon with Kali, the hired man from North Farm, we found a wild strawberry patch behind a pile of stones in a field when we were getting hay. I've never seen so many strawberries. We decided that we should never, never, never tell the boys or anyone else about that strawberry patch. We picked strawberries and strung them on straws until we had 13 straws full. We gave Carl and Bill and Olaf each a couple, but when they wanted to know where we had picked them, we said, "We'll never in the world tell you that because it's a secret." Then, for several days, Britta and Anna and I ran around looking for new strawberry patches and didn't bother to play in the hayloft. But the boys played there. We couldn't understand why they never got tired of it. One day, we said to the boys that now we have 7 strawberry patches that we were never ever going to show them because it was a secret. Then Olaf said, "Ha ha, that certainly isn't as much of a secret compared to ours." "What kind of secret do you have?" said Britta. "Don't tell her, Carl," said Olaf. But Carl said, "Yes, I will. Then the girls can hear that our secret isn't as silly as theirs." "What is it then?" we asked. "We have 9 caves in the hay, if you want to know," Carl said. "But we won't tell you where," said Bill, and he hopped up and down on one leg. And this is the picture of the girls finding strawberries. "We'll soon find them," we said, and rushed up into the hayloft to look. We looked all that day and the next, but we couldn't find any caves. The boys thought they were so smart, and Carl said, "You'll never find them. In the first place, you can't find them without a map, and in the second place, you can't find the map." "What kind of map is it?" we asked. "A map that we have made," said Carl, "but we have hidden it." Then Britta and Anna and I started to look for the map instead of the caves. We thought it must be hidden someplace at Middle Farm because Carl surely would not have let them hide it anywhere else. We looked in Carl and Bill's room for hours. We looked in their beds, in their drawers, in their closet, and everywhere. Finally, we said to Carl, "You could at least tell us if it's a bird, beast, or fish the way you do when we play 20 questions." And then Carl and Bill and Olaf started to laugh. And Carl said, "You may as well give up because you'll never find the map anyway." So we didn't look anymore. But the next day, I was going to ask Olaf if I could borrow the Arabian Nights from him because it was raining and I wanted to stay indoors to read. Carl and Bill were outside, and I went into their room. I was going to climb through the linden tree into Olaf's window. A little bird had lived in the tree before, and there was a little hole in the trunk where he had had his nest. He didn't live there any longer, but when I climbed past his nest, I saw a string hanging down from it. What in the world did the bird use that string for? I thought, and I pulled the string out. A roll of paper was tied to the end of the string. It was the map. I was so surprised. I thought I'd fall. Wait, sorry. I was so, where are you? It was a map. I was so surprised. I thought I'd fall down out of the tree. I forgot all about the Arabian Nights and climbed back into Carl and Bill's room. I ran over to Britta and Anna as fast as I could. I was in such a hurry, I tripped and fell down the stairs and hurt my knee. My, how happy Britta and Anna were. We hurried to the hayloft with the map, and before long, we found all the caves. Through the hay, the boys had dug long tunnels that were drawn all on the map. When you creep through one of those tunnels, it's dark and there's hay all around, and you can't help thinking sometimes, what if I can't get out? It feels scary. It's really exciting, but you can always get out. It was only in the tunnels that it was dark. In the caves, it was light because they were all next to the wall. And light came in through the cracks. They were big, fine caves. We realized that the boys must have had an awful job making them. The tunnel to the next cave was so long, we thought it would never end. I crept through first, then Britta, then Anna. "I bet we've come into a labyrinth that will never end," said Britta. But just then I saw it started to get light in front of me, and there was the cave. And ooh, there sat Bill and Carl and Olaf. And you should have seen how surprised they looked when I stuck my nose through the entrance of the cave. "Find your way here," said Carl. "Aha, we found the map, of course," I said. That wasn't very hard. For a minute, Carl was a little put out. But when he had thought about it a while, he said, "Okay, let's let the girls play too." We played all day in the caves while it rained outside and had such fun. But the next day, Carl said, "Now that you know our secret, you tell us your secret about the strawberry patches. It's only fair." And here's some pictures of them crawling through the tunnels in the cave. "That's what you think," we said. "You'll have to find them by yourselves, just as we found your caves." But to make it a little easier, Britta and Anna and I put arrows made of sticks on the ground. We put the arrows very far apart though, so it still took the boys a long time to find the strawberry patches. We didn't put down any arrows to show the way to our very best patch. That's our secret, and we are never, never, never going to tell it to anyone. And that's strawberries and a butterfly. So tomorrow, chapter 4 is We Start School Again. That's going to be fun for us too.
We do.
What's that?
We do start school too.
Well, you know, they're saying May 1st now. So hopefully May 1st, we have our fingers crossed.
Wait, when are we gonna be able to do this again?
I will be back on tomorrow at 11, okay?
Yes.
And I will do this every day during the week, okay? And if there's a reason that I can't, I'll schedule it for a different time but I'll do it every day, okay? And if you can't make it, don't worry. I'm posting the recordings of it onto Class Story on Dojo, okay? You can maybe ask your grown-ups if they can get on, and you can watch and hear it that way too, okay? So let's wave to our friends who are going to be watching this recording. Hi, you guys. Hi. And hopefully I'll be able to see you all tomorrow at 11. Fingers crossed. I hope so. All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye. Bye. Bye.